I am at LAX right now. Just arrived with my daughter for our little trip, and I had decided to rent a Tesla. I'll admit the reason I did it, mainly I like them, and I've never had one for longer than a 10-minute test drive. But also they were fairly reasonable. I mean, this particular car was less than a Camry. I think this was $29 a day and the Camry was $35 or something. So I'm really looking forward to checking it out. You know, some of the safety features, some of the technology, and quite frankly, Tesla has a deal on Model Ys with almost 0% financing for a couple days. So if I like it really a lot, I might be getting one of those. So I'll talk to you later. Good afternoon. I'm in the rental Tesla that I have for my week in San Diego, and I just thought I would show you what this process is to get the battery charged. I'm at one of the numerous Tesla charging stations in San Diego, and when you plug in the connection, this is the menu that pops up. Just a quick description, it says I've got 25 minutes remaining to get it charged. Tesla recommends you charge it to no more than 80%, because the fuller it gets, the slower the charge is. 153 kilowatts, 656 miles per hour if I was to plug in, and in like 3 or 4 minutes it's actually gone up 36 minutes. So this process is actually pretty quick. Okay, this is video number 2 about charging the Tesla. What we have on another part of the screen is, you can see we've now gone up to 59 miles in the battery. And as I mentioned, Tesla recommends you not charge it to more than 80%. If you look down here at this screen, you can see that it shows you how much this is going to cost. Right now it's 55 cents per kilowatt hour. At the moment it's cost $6.40, and the amount of energy that's been used is listed right there as well. Tesla recommends you go to the charging station that's fastest, because what they do is, if it's slower, they actually charge you less, but it's just going to take longer to charge your vehicle, and the amount of money is actually going to be the same. Last but not least, as far as charging Teslas, they actually have a menu option that gives you tips to how to make the process more convenient or faster. In the menu for navigation, it'll show you where the nearest supercharger is and the fastest ones. It will show you how to navigate to it. The battery will start to precondition, which means it warms it up a little bit, which makes it easier to charge faster. They want you to arrive with 20% battery or less to maximize the charge rate. If possible, leave space between cars. They want you to move your car after charging so other people can use it. If the battery's full, you'll pay an idle fee, and it's like $1 a minute. And if it's cold weather, you might see water vapor, coming off your car. Good morning. I'm in the rental Tesla that I have, and I'll admit I had quite an issue originally getting this thing started, because if you can see right here, when I hit the brake, it says tap key card and press brake to drive. Well, I'll admit, now that I've looked at it for a couple days, I see it specifically is lit up for this, where you take the key card and you put it down here, and then when you put your foot on the brake, see how that screen lights up? Well, it means it's started now. Before then, I swear it took me like 10 or 15 minutes, and my daughter finally figured out how to do it. So, I mean, if I had a key fob, I'm assuming if I owned the car, it would be a little different. But this is just drove me crazy for a while. Used to, if you drive a Tesla, are cameras. There's cameras, front and back. This one happens to be, I'm in reverse, so you're seeing the rear view. What's kind of funny though is when you actually shift lanes and you use the turn indicator, a camera pops up. And I'm used to, looking over my shoulder and, basically the old school way of driving. So that's something I'm getting used to. and I'm not sure I'll ever really completely, get used to it. But anyway, so I'll show you a video later of what it looks like when I'm changing lanes. Anything like this, I think it's kind of interesting. The way I turn the car off is I go to the menu option for car settings, and I type power, and you see power off is an option. And it says, are you sure? And of course I'm going to say yes. So it's off now. I'm assuming, because I have a rental car, I don't have a key fob that a normal Tesla car would have, non-rental car. So I'm sure there's some setting in there that I'm just missing, but I think this is just funny. And if I'm not sure the budget person would know when I drop the car off, but if I see another Tesla person, which there's a zillion of them around here, I'm just gonna ask. Good morning. When I got the car that I'm driving today, the Tesla from Budget, the first couple days it made a comment about tire pressure not being correct. And I'll admit I didn't put a whole lot of attention to it because it would start and then it would go away. Well, today I noticed my little tire pressure indicator came on. And I looked at the section in the menu which listed tire pressure, and if you notice, left tires 51 for the left front and 35 for the left rear. Well, 42 apparently is considered normal, so for some reason the tire up front is 10 psi higher and the tire in the back started off at 10 psi lower, but now it's warmed up a little bit. So when you get your rental car, so it makes a comment about tire pressure being wrong, take a look at it. I am at a charging station in Mira Mesa Boulevard, San Diego. And this is the first Cybertruck that I've seen up close. I've seen a couple driving around. I've actually seen my very first one was in North Dakota. Believe it or not, there's somebody in the Minot area has one. But, these things have got the craziest shape I've ever seen, I will admit. But I would desperately love to talk to the owner just for a minute and see what they think of the truck. And I actually see that there's somebody in there, so I might try and talk to him in a little bit if it looks like he's not too busy. It's a crazy shape, and it looks like you can carry quite a load, but it's pretty different. Okay, I'm with the owner of the truck. He is kind enough to just let me look around for a minute. He opened the back. It's got the hatch cover that goes up over the top, and wow, there's quite a bit there. So if you mind my asking, do you have a charging station at home, or do you just charge here all the time?
I have a charging station at home.
Uh-huh.
But the adapter that comes with does not fit the Cybertruck. That's been a negative.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be a bummer. And how much can you carry? Do you know the weight load?
No.
Oh, okay.
We pull jet skis with it, though.
Oh, that sounds great.
Check out the front.
Yeah, we're going to go look at the front for a minute.
Ahí voy, Marcelo. Espérame un poquito.
Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. And here we have the frunk. Oh, you still have the boxes too.
No, I have the Tesla tequila.
Oh!
We already finished it, though.
Oh, cool.
You get that in the video.
Yeah, I saw that. That is great. I've never seen one in person before, but that's great.
It's gone now.
So did it take you a day or something? Okay. All right. This is wonderful. Hey, thanks a lot for letting me take a look at this.
Yeah, no problem.
I really appreciate it. If you're in the market for a Tesla, one of the advantages is there's a huge amount of carrying space, even in a relatively small vehicle. I have a Model 3, which, like I mentioned before, I think it's like an intermediate size. It's definitely not a full size. But you can see this is the trunk, all the space that it has available. And it's got an area down here, where there's even more that you can hide if you have something that you don't want, people to see. But the kick is to go up front to what's called the frunk. And there's a carrying area here as well. Just, one extra thing. And I think even, You know, it's got a piece, I assume that's, I'm not quite frankly sure what that is. I guess I'm gonna have to check into that. But I heard that this was actually like waterproof. So if you wanted to carry something that had ice in it, that this would work. This is the front of the Tesla Model 3 that I've rented for the week. I just wanted to show you the frunk. It's where in a gas-powered car, probably there's an engine right here. It takes up a lot of space and weight. But in the Tesla, obviously there isn't one. So they have a carrying area. You could stick, you know, a suitcase or, you know, a couple of laptop bags or something in here. So that's an advantage. And if you're, you know, somebody who just wants to drive and, you know, not be concerned about, you know, what's in there, you could just ignore it. But I think it would be really cool. And I could see people putting, you know, small grocery bags or, like I said, laptop bags in here. I'm back here at the Mira Mesa Tesla supercharger area. And I've been here for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. And it looks like I've gotten, at the rate of right now 252 miles per hour, 157 miles added to my battery, and that's been in about 20 minutes. I mean, there's just a huge number of people here. I'm really surprised that people don't have home charging, but I talked to a guy in another video. He said there was an issue with the charger that he had installed at his house, so he comes here. I am noticing something that just popped up when I was checking the menu arrangement on this Tesla. Even though in the charging section it says not to charge more than 80%, because that basically preserves battery life, in this other section it says we recommend keeping your charge limit at 100% and charging fully once per week. I had no idea about that this was a recommendation of Tesla. I think they should perhaps standardize. Do they want it at 80%? Because in the other section there was no reference to 100% at all. So what's up, Tesla?